Hi, I'm Alexandra Gold and I am a woman on purpose, and I'm here to give you lovely women on the Wildly Wealthy retreat a little message from somebody who's found her purpose and knows that there is a better way. When I found out that I had a brain tumour, my son was only just a year old, and I can remember being in the hospital and hearing the buzzer and then the pitter-patter of tiny feet. And I just knew it was my son. And I got down off my hospital bed, I opened up my arms, and I scooped him up and held him so close to my heart so that I could feel him, I could smell him, and I didn't know whether that would be the last time I would hold him. So that night, I remember going over to the radiator next to the window, looking up at the stars and making a promise to God, to the universe, to the stars, to anybody that would listen, but basically to myself, that if I got through it, I would do everything that I possibly could to make the world a better place. And it took me a long time, and obviously I'm still here and I'm really well now, but I managed to do it because I knew that there would be a better way. And when I was on the discovery of this journey that's called purpose, I thought, how do I want to live? Who do I want to be? And what do I want to do? And how do I want to do it? And that led me to a period of time of self-discovery and really asking myself some really, really deep questions like, is there a better way? How do I want to show up? How do I want to look? How do I want to feel? What do I really, really want? Do I want a big mansion? And then if I want a mansion, do I want people running around helping me clean it, or am I going to clean it myself? And then, no, maybe I want a farmhouse. But do I really want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and feed the animals? I had to get really clear on what it was that I wanted in order to figure out how I was going to do this. So once I'd gone through that process, I actually moved on and thought about what do I want to do. And I thought, well, I don't want to work for anybody else again. I don't want anybody to have that control. And I'm sure that you're a type of person that you don't want anybody else to have any control over your life. You want to have complete control of your life. And I understand that completely. And the times are changing rapidly. And it's what your beliefs are, your big why. Because it's so important that we do things in a way that's in integrity to ourselves, because once we're in integrity to ourselves and our own true desires, then there's no stopping us, because nobody can break honest. Nobody can take that away from you. When you're telling the truth, it's really a powerful mechanism that helps you get through many different situations. So find out what your big why is. Find out what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it. So you put yourself together. You find out what your skills are. And some of those experiences that you've had, you put them all together, and then you go back and you find out what it is that you want to feel like again. And you make sure that you make them happen again. You have to leave room for good things. You have to get over those fears and those really sort of bad thoughts and limiting beliefs. And the way I do that, I use a process called Master and Servant. And I'm both of them, angel and devil, master and student, whatever it is that works for you. But I have to listen to the master. The master is the one that is the truth. That's there with God, with the universe, whatever your true beliefs are, those core beliefs, they're up there. So whatever it is that you believe, you align that to the master, and you think, well, would he say that? Would he do that? Would he think that of me? And then you've got the power to say, listen, girl, you don't need to listen to those limiting beliefs. You've got something bigger than that on your side. The power of God, the power of the universe, whatever works for you is that master. So go with that, think about that, and make sure that you are doing that every time a belief or a thought that is not serving you comes into your mind, you use that, and you use that time and time again. And it is a practice. In order to become the master of anything, we have to practice. So that is a daily practice for me. It doesn't mean that everything goes away, it just means that it becomes easier. And when you're actually putting more good stuff in, because you're releasing the bad stuff, there's even more room for you to do more. And once all of these things start to become habits, then you get the momentum. And my philosophy in what I do is that we all need to heal and empower and lead. And we all find that we'll need those for different areas and aspects of our lives throughout our lives. So do you need to heal? And if so, what part of your life do you need to heal? And write yourself a prescription. Don't put the blame on anybody else. You have to take responsibility for you. Look at every single option. And only when you've exhausted every single option do you then put your trust in that bigger power, that your God, your universe, whatever it is. Because when you are in alignment with your purpose, with your God, then you realize that you have to take the action. You have to go through everything. So whether this is a legal process, whether it's a job that you want done, you cannot blame anybody else. You really have to take responsibility for that and go, have I exhausted every single possibility? Have I seen this through? Have I taken enough action? Have I taken enough control of the situation? And to understand whether it is within your control or not, I use two infinite principles. There's the infinite principle of self and the infinite principle of the unknown. The infinite principle of self is taking responsibility. And there's one sentence there. Is it within what you know and what you can control? If it is, you take responsibility for it. If it's something bigger, like you're fighting over whose God is right, whose religion is right, then we don't have those answers. We have what's written in our guidelines, whether that's the Bible, the Quran, the Talmud, whatever it is that you then put it up there and say, is this within my control? No. Well, then leave it to that higher power and trust that it is good. Trust that that is good. So that's the infinite principle of the unknown. And that's what I call the infinite principle of possibilities. So when you're looking for your purpose, you really have to define what it is. And sometimes you will have to learn something a little bit more. And that's within taking control. So there are three elements to that. There's learn, practice, and embody. Just like riding a bike. You're scared of something firstly, or you say, that's not for me. I'm not a bike rider. It's not for me. But then you say, well, I need to get there. How am I going to get there? There's no other transport. I have to ride a bike. So you've got to get on that bike. So then you need to learn to ride that bike. The second thing is you practice. The more you do it, the better you get. And the third thing is you embody it. It gets so easy that you don't even have to think about it. You can do that and sing songs and throw bird food out and seeds the other side and make the world a better place. And we have to do this for every single thing that we're doing, whether this is within your spiritual practice, this is within your work ethic, whatever it is in your home, whatever it is for you, for your health, your body, your mind. Learn, practice, embody. That's the beauty, that's a mystery, that is a journey of purpose, because you're never going to get there. You're always here. But it's always good to live in the present with a hope of tomorrow. Always give yourself something to look forward to. Always enjoy the journey. And if you can embrace those principles, if you can steer your own ship, take control of your own life, then I promise you that anything is possible. I write poetry. Who would say that you could create a lifestyle business out of that? But it wasn't out of that. It was my big why, my purpose. It evolved. Follow every single speck of gold dust, which will lead you to a gold nugget, and then you will fill yourself with gold. And I believe that is what the alchemists have been looking for throughout history, because that is the mystery of life. That is the elixir. That's when you're in true relationship with God, with your higher power, with your higher self. And then the last thing I'm going to leave you with is integrate it into life, into real life. Live with that gold. Show the world that it can be done. Show the world now before it's too late, because we're going through some tough times and there will be tough times ahead. And we, as women, we have to stick together. We have to make this world a better place. And it takes women just like you, all of us, to do this together. Because I believe that if each and every single one of us is spiritually full, financially free, we'll be confidently unstoppable. And each of us, if we're happy, we're showing other people how to be happy on purpose, doing what we love, having enough money to maintain the lifestyle that we have and to give back, to contribute in a way that lights us up, then we will, by osmosis, be leaving a legacy that we can be proud of. I hope that you're having a marvelous time. I'm sorry I'm not there with you. I think it would have been a wonderful journey for me, but unfortunately my son is in his last few weeks of final school exams, so it wasn't a viable thing for me. But I hope you have a wonderful time. Cherie's gorgeous, and I look forward to hearing all about it. And do let Cherie know if you would like to know a bit more. I'm sure she can tell you. But for now, I'm Alexandra Gold, and I am a woman on purpose. And I aim to be a wildly wealthy woman on purpose, so that together we can make the world a better place. Bye for now.